IoT can and will have a huge impact within the facilities management world. The UK has the largest outsourced FM market in Europe. It leads in both sophistication and maturity. However, margins in UK FM sector are low, with very few companies showing an improvement. A review of the available accounts for 22 FM firms with operations in the UK revealed that the average EBITDA margin has remained stagnant at around 7% during the last 3 years. In comparison, revenue grew at an average of 14% from last year, which implies that FM providers have not been able to take advantage of scale whilst growing. The struggle to improve margins is largely due to input cost inflation, namely people, which are expensive, as well as customer price squeezes in response to their own cost pressures. FM has been known to rise and fall with macroeconomic growth and contraction, often being viewed as a non-strategic cost element of a business and scaled back in a downturn. Therefore, it is expected that FM firms will feel the impact on revenues, especially in the next 2 years. Add this to the broadening demands from clients looking beyond cost consideration, it is also significantly going to impact the market. Due to market maturity, revenue is slowing, with new opportunities becoming more limited. FM demands are increasingly looking at more sophisticated areas such as energy saving, well-being and increased analytics. For example, something as similar as a 10 amp CT connected to a simple IoT sensor like this gives you a very basic EMS costing less than £50. Therefore, an area that FM firms will need to consider in order to tackle margin pressure is innovation, specifically digital innovation. The FM sector is heavily labour dependent, an input cost that is becoming increasingly expensive and scarce. Any innovations that reduce reliance on labour and improve labour productivity have a direct impact on EBITDA margins. Digital innovations like IoT, as in many other sectors, have substantial potential for disrupting the FM world. An example being smart energy meters, which have greatly reduced the need for site visits by meter readers. It is not far-fetched to imagine drones also being used to carry out remote security monitoring, a very product that sits in our own IoT platform, Renegade, and autonomous vehicles sweeping the streets in the near future. Those FM providers that harness IoT will gain an edge in the sector, and those that don't will not be around in the next 5 years. Investment in IoT in the FM world has also been seen as a bit of an afterthought. We expect this to change in the current climate as FM companies look to make investment and acquisitions to acquire digital capabilities of other players in the sector. FM firms need to review their long-term strategy and innovation agendas now in order to ensure they're at the forefront of an ever-increasingly competitive sector. If FM firms remain stagnant, they run the risk of being disrupted and pushed out of the market altogether. Now is the time for the digital revolution. Thank you.